Hi Tina, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing really good today. It's good to talk to you.
Hi, good to talk to you. I'm the sales manager for Snack and Sip Vending. Thank you for taking the time to meet with me today.
You're quite welcome. I've looked forward to our conversation. This is something we've been wanting to check into, so I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Perfect, sounds good. So, how long have you been with Stober?
I've been here about 5 years in the supply chain leadership position. So yeah, before that, I was with a power plant for about 25 years. So
Okay,
when it got shut down, I was lucky to come aboard a great company like
yeah,
Stover.
that sounds great. So, what does your job now entail?
My team is responsible for all the purchasing all the material and services for Stober,
Hmm.
and getting that material received, put on the shelf, and maintaining it while it's on the shelf, waiting on production. So we kind of have that whole buy it, get it here, receive it, and put it on the shelf. So,
Yeah, interesting. Good to know. Well, I'm here in response to you showing interest in our vending machine services, and I just wanted to spend some time with you today and just to understand your business a little better and just understand your needs a little bit better when it comes to vending machine services. So, is it okay if we start with a few questions just to better
sure.
understand? Okay. So I've heard that Stober has a positive workplace culture. It emphasizes that a lot, um, and that's really important to Stober. So how does Stober promote this to its employees?
Yeah. So you're right. Stover's culture is really the number one concern for us, taking care of our people and providing a good work environment. A good family first, people first culture is important to us. We feel like taking care of our people is number one, and happy teammates provide a good workforce that produce good product for our customers. So there's a whole lot of focus. We have a culture team made up of several people from throughout the company that focus on and intentionally building our culture and making sure that we're listening to our people, what they want and what's important to them.
Oh, wow, that's nice that you have a whole team dedicated to that. That definitely sounds good. How have is there any ways like you, excuse me, yourself have noticed like a positive work environment? Anything that just anything you've experienced yourself?
Yeah, I think people at Stover were very, very welcoming. So the first week I got here, it was I'd worked my whole life at another role, and to be able to walk into a company where everyone treats kind of everyone the same, very in a positive manner, very welcoming, and sharing responsibility, sharing all the work that needs to be done. So it's not one person against the other at all. We're all just one big team. So made it really easy for that transition for me when I went from a role I'd been in my whole life to a new company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that definitely sounds like it. It's important, especially in office setting to work as a team. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sounds great. So when companies reach out to us, there's typically, a driving force for that. There's, typically a problem that they're wanting to solve. Either they don't have, any vending machine services, or they're wanting to improve their own. So did something happen that kind of spurred the search for you guys wanting to change vending machine services?
Yeah, actually, we have right now. We just have a couple machines in each of our buildings that we have. Just one person goes to the store, stocks up for us, and puts healthy snacks, healthy drinks into those machines as a support for Stover's wellness program.
Mm-hmm.
And at one of our culture surveys that we did, one of the things that voiced from the people was that they'd like to have a vending area to where there's food that could be consumed for lunch, different options with drinks. And quite honestly, we had people bring in cases of soda for themselves. They bring it, they or they sell it to other people in the company. So I think giving them good, healthy options plus some of the other, special treat options that we like to have every once in a while is important, and is what we're hearing them tell us that they want the variety. They appreciate us wanting to be concerned about their wellness, but that they want the variety there. And yeah, and so, several of our workers, they can't leave to go pick up lunch because their lunch period is part of their paid day, and they only have 20 minutes to eat. So
Mm-hmm.
it would be nice to give them some different options besides just some pretzels or, a bottle of water. So,
Mm-hmm.
so we're
Yeah.
trying to listen to our people, what they're wanting.
Yeah. Well, that's great. That's great that you are listening and taking feedback, because sometimes businesses don't do that. They're like, oh, you just you know take what you get. So that's nice that you're doing that. Um, so those workers who only have 20-minute lunch or so, or even those workers who maybe have a 30-minute to hour lunch, but they're just busy and they can't really get away. Um, let's say that they didn't pack their lunch and bring anything, and the only thing in the vending machine is a little pack of pretzels or something. Um, what do you think there could be any effects that not having adequate, healthy, filling, fueling food options hold? Do you think there haven't be any effects um, that not having those options um, would hold for those employees who don't have time to go get anything else?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important throughout the day to nourish your body, and a lot of the people have a very physical role, and they're up moving, working, lifting throughout the day. So be able to provide a little bit more nourishment to their bodies definitely would be beneficial. They're gonna feel better, and they're gonna be able to work more sustainably too if
Hmm.
with that nourishment. Hmm.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely notice I get a little hungry around lunchtime and my starting to get some brain fog and that type of thing. So it's
Oh
definitely
yeah,
important. Yeah. Um, so if you could have it your way, what types of food and beverage would you like to see in vending machines?
I definitely would want some meal type options that could be heated up. We have microwaves where they could heat those up. Um, some salads, um, and fresh fruit. We right now we provide fresh fruit once a week to our employees, so maybe be able to organize that so that we have some fresh fruit for them, maybe on Stover,
Hmm.
um, as a token towards their wellness. And definitely different juice, and maybe even a couple soda options for them to pick from. We have a water fountain that provides warm and cold water, filtered
Hmm.
water to them. So oatmeal and things like that they could just put the hot water in that we provide
Hmm.
for breakfast, because they do have a mid morning break. So things like that would be good.
Yeah, so just like more filling, long
Hmm.
lasting options that would be more of
Right.
a meal. Yeah,
Hmm.
okay. That sounds great. Do you think, kind of like going back to what I asked before about, um, you know, if there wasn't adequate food options, would there be any effects? Do you think that if there were more filling food options, that might have a positive impact in the workplace?
Hmm. Often midday, like you said, we all get a little tired, um, and obviously our work may slow down a little bit just because we're wearing down a little bit. So
Mhm.
by nourishing their body throughout the day at breaks and lunches with good food options, I feel like we will be a more productive team.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, for sure. That sounds great. So, based on your responses, it sounds like a vending machine with um, more filling and fueling, but still, more healthy options. Options that um, are filling, but aren't, you know, a pack of donuts or something like that. Is it would better fit Stover's needs.
It would.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And that is important to you and fellow employees to have those things based on the feedback that you've gotten.
Yes,
All right.
for
Yeah.
sure. We want to listen. We want to do
Yeah.
what's best for them.
That's great. Perfect. So I know you don't have a whole lot of time today. So if you want, we can schedule another meeting to kind of go over some possible solutions, because I definitely have some ideas based on what you have said and your responses. We can definitely do those things. And so we can just schedule a meeting if you want to shoot me an email. I know you have my email, and just we can set up a time that works for you if you'd like to do that.
That sounds good. I probably will pull the wellness team in and let them be a part of this decision. It'll be important for them to be on board with it.
All right, that sounds perfect. Well,
All right.
thank you so much for meeting with me today, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. Thanks, Madison.
All right, thank you.